Good morning, I'm Niva Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Wednesday, 23rd of October. In this update, Tory whānau wants the government to pay for its Crown Observer. Simeon Brown announced yesterday the government stepping in with an observer to help the Wellington City Council with what he calls its financial mismanagement. The law states the council has to pay for the observer, but whānau says it's not a cost they want. She says she's going to ask the government to foot the bill.
I'll give it a crack. We'll see. But I think from a legislative perspective, it has to be us. But I'm still waiting on advice for that.
Frustration over police numbers after a major operation to dismantle gang influence in Eastern Bay of Plenty. Overall, police arrested 28 people across the North Island with links to the mongrel mob Barbarians or Potoki chapter. 14 have already appeared in Tauranga District Court and 13 more are expected today. Opotoki's Mayor David Moore says the gang members are sure to return eventually and wants a bolstered force.
It's no secret, I've made it known before, we struggle to fill our station. So we've got a lack of police anyway, but to see extra police in town, obviously we knew something was happening.
The Youth Justice Facility, where a group of teens climbed onto the roof, had safety and wellbeing issues raised earlier this year. The 13 got onto the roof of Whitty's Korowai Manaki on Monday night before coming down in dribs and drabs yesterday. Oranga Tamariki's Ian Chapman says the group will be held criminally accountable for damage to the facility. But Chief Children's Commissioner Claire Ahmed questions the conditions the teens were made to live in.
We identified that significant improvements are needed at Korowai Manaki to uphold the safety and well-being of all children and young people in this facility.
Signs of economic recovery look to be turning the dial on retailers' mood. Retail NZ's quarterly survey finds 65% of retailers feel confident or very confident their business will survive the next 12 months. It finds 57% think they'll meet or exceed their targets for the final quarter, even after 70% failed to meet their last sales targets. Chief Executive Carolyn Young says that retailers are expecting more consumer confidence from recent OCR cuts and falling inflation. David Seymour says new school lunches will surpass expectations. The Associate Education Minister says the program will save $130 million a year. 17 Kiwi suppliers and manufacturers are involved in the program, which will offer children 20 different options. They include butter chicken, Thai chicken curry and rice bean burritos. Seymour says he's picky, but the butter chicken he's tried meets his standards.
Thought about this, I thought, you know what, David, no matter what it tastes like, you've got to say it's great, but this genuinely is great.
In sport, the hockey and triathlon national bodies have reacted with mixed feelings to the axing from the paired-back 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. They welcome the event going ahead, but are disappointed to miss out. All Blacks coach Scott Robertson is preparing to unleash what might be the biggest starting forward pack in the side's history. The octet for Saturday's test against Japan in Yokohama combined for 949 kilograms. And world number 23 Ben Shelton has re-signed for next year's ASB Tennis Classic. I'm Niva Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.